Right, so welcome to this month's Vanners collaboration, and this month we're looking at helpful advice for newcomers to caravanning, motorhoming or campervanning. I did a series of videos for people who are new to motorhomes, so you might want to check out those videos after you've watched this month's videos. The links will be in the description below, but do remember to watch the other videos. There will be a card at the end of this video that you can click on and you can watch the playlist. So I think my hopefully helpful advice is in three areas, and that's getting to know your motor, getting to know your home, and getting to know your campsite. So first of all, getting to know your motor. Things that you need to know really are what dimensions your motorhome is, how long, how wide and how tall. And armed with that information, you won't go crashing into any height barriers or getting stuck in width restrictions, so that's quite important. Get to know how the controls work. I mean, it may seem obvious where the gear lever is and all that sort of thing, but there may be things that you need to know about the motor itself. One important thing to check is the tyre pressures on motorhomes. Tyre pressures on motorhomes are considerably higher than you would experience on your car. So find out what your tyre pressure should be and check them regularly. Learn how to fill it up with diesel and learn how to fill it up with water, and don't confuse the two. You'll end up in a terrible mess if you do that. Learn what your speed limits are. Speed limits for motorhomes are different to cars. And you really need to find out what speed limits you are allowed to travel at in the motorhome. Which sort of brings me on to the last in this section is don't drive it like it's your car. It's considerably heavier, wider, longer and taller than your car. So learn how to drive the motorhome and drive it accordingly. The next topic is get to know the home, the habitation part of your motorhome. And I think the top advice here is read the manual. Manual can be a bit boring, I know, but you'll learn an awful lot more from reading the manual than perhaps you will anywhere else, particularly about your motorhome. It may be different to other people's motorhomes, so if in doubt, read the manual. If you're buying a motorhome from someone, or if you're buying it from a dealer, hopefully there will be a handover. I would suggest making notes when you're in that handover, or even making a video of the handover if they'll let you film it. Find out what essential accessories you're going to need for your motorhome. Find out how the gas appliances work, whether you're using Collab bottles or whether you're using refillable LPG. That's quite important because you're going to need that for heating, or if you've got any other form of heating, diesel heating, find out how that works. Learn what works on 12 volts in the motorhome when you're off hookup. A lot of people think that the 240 appliances will work when they're off hookup. They won't, but you need to know what will work and what won't work. Understand how to fill and how to empty the wastewater. You might want to practice filling and emptying the toilet. If you've got make-up beds, you might want to practice making the bed up. Nothing worse than arriving on a campsite and not being able to sleep anywhere. Which nicely brings us on to the last topic, is getting to know your campsite. And if you're not going to a campsite, getting to know your location, what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do. The last thing you want to do is annoy fellow campers. So find out how to book if you need to book in advance, or if you can book when you turn up. Find out what the rules are on pitching. Normally if you turn up at a caravan and motorhome club site or a camping and caravanning club site, they'll tell you how to pitch up. So listen carefully to what they say. Find out where to empty the toilet and the wastewater. The two don't go down the same hole. I've seen people emptying the toilet down the waste hole because they didn't know where to put it. There's always a dedicated chemical disposal point. Learn out how to use the electric hookup. Now some sites may have limitations on how many amps you can use on the campsite, and that could be quite important because you don't want to keep tripping the electrics on the campsite. If you go out for the day, and the great thing about a motorhome is you can go out for the day from your campsite, is leave a marker on the pitch so no one else can take your pitch. Nothing worse than coming back to a campsite and find that someone else has taken your pitch. So leave a stool, or you can get little signs to leave on your pitch. And I think top advice for all of this really is, if you're unsure, ask someone. There'll be plenty of people who'll be willing to help you if you're not sure about what to do or where to go or anything really. Most people are pretty friendly. So thanks for watching. Please check out the other videos in this collaboration. Like I say, it'll be on the card about here, and click on that and watch the other helpful tips. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up and we'll catch up with you next one. See you then. Bye.